The reason we bought the Ambience face shield was because at the beginning of COVID, we had no other options. We had that, and these were very heavy. They were expensive. This is probably $75, $80, something like that. And had a lot of trouble being heard behind them. So when we saw the design, we were like, thumbs up. You could see very clearly. Patients could hear you more easily. And it's extremely light, so it's easy to wear. It has the best coverage. Most importantly, I wear surgical scopes with a headlight, and it's completely adaptable to that. And my partner has a different set, and he could wear it very easily as well. And the initial cost was not as I said, I think it was even less money than one of these, and lighter, and all the other advantages. And they said, the recommended time for replacing the actual screen, but I'm probably almost a year running with this one, and it's still I can see through it. It's not a problem, and there's easy and inexpensive replacements as well. So I think my team, the thing they like the most about the Ambience Shield is that it's light. It's very comfortable. Again, it's adaptable to whatever size of eyewear that you're wearing, and probably the other thing that's the biggest benefit is the ease of being heard. So being able to communicate with your patients, more heavier things, this is sort of what we started with because we didn't have an option, and your voice is very muffled, and it's very hard to be heard behind that. So those would be probably the primary reasons. Okay, so favorite features for sure are lightweight. It's adjustable. So there's no other shields that were available. You could adjust to get your full telescopes and your headlights behind them. That was impossible. The clarity is another piece, that there's no distortion. Also, again, the ease of being understood, like you're not so muffled behind it, so you don't have to yell to be heard. And probably the other thing is surprisingly durable shields. So the main thing that changed in practice was just that we could, it was easier to work with. I wasn't hitting the end of my telescopes and my headlight with the inside of the shield, so that was much better. I think my head felt better because I don't have as much weight hanging off of it. It's been a benefit treating patients. The big one for me is the ability to communicate and also to be able to see well. Other ones, it's like the screens are thicker. It's just you're trying to see very fine details, and it's harder to do that through sort of a more industrial application. But I think the biggest piece was that I can speak clearly and I don't have to yell, and that was a big one for treating patients. Yeah, so we definitely, I think everybody on the team, that was one of the early things that we discovered, was that, you looked at the shield after a procedure and you go, wow, you could see a lot of splatter on it, and sometimes blood and that sort of thing. And so that was surprising. And so I think even if the requirements for COVID change in the future, I'm sure that every single one of our team will still wear the shield because it makes you feel safer and you didn't realize how much stuff was coming off.